All right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to TV in today's Cascade Conference matchup against the hometown Sultan Turks and the visiting South Whidbey Falcons. My name is Dan Ballard. I'll be your host for today's broadcast. I'm running solo today as we're running a little short on student producer, but Matt said hi as he's heading out. Needs to have another prior engagement that he will need to tend to, so he will not be with us today, but nevertheless, we've got a beautiful day. The sun is shining. My gosh, it actually looks like baseball weather finally here in the Northwest as we have the game today, which has been rescheduled several times between the Turks and the Falcons. But we are going to get this one in today because, again, beautiful sunshiny day, perfect day for baseball here at Sultan High School. So kind of taking a quick look at the scoreboard, or the standings, I should say, in the Cascade Conference. Big week. We can't emphasize enough how important this week is for the Turks as they are playing the heart of the their single A opponents here in the Cascade Conference this week, taking on the Falcons, and then two scheduled against the Kings Knights, and South Whidbey again on Friday. All right, we're ready for first batter here. And first pitch hits sharply right at the shortstop, fields it cleanly, goes over to first base for out number one. So one pitch, one out for the pitcher of record here for the Turks, starting out number 22, Elias Lopez on the hill. And we apologize for getting to you just a little bit late. We had some technical difficulties here, but hopefully everything's coming through clear, both audio and video, here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Lopez stretch, delivers, and nice pitch right in there for strike one. Lopez delivers, swung, hit sharply down right field over the first baseman. That'll fall in cleanly into right field for a single. So the Falcons have their first base runner, number 15, is on at first base. And Drew Fry is stepping in, and again it was Nick Young with the single for the Falcons. So they have their first base runner, first hit of the game. And Drew Fry, number 13, steps in. Lopez pitches low and outside, ball one. And we hope you enjoy the new high definition broadcast. I'm looking at it here as just as you see it at home, and it looks just as good as it does here. Boy, it's almost like you're foul up just above where we're at. Here, right behind home plate, the vantage point that you see on your camera is the exact same vantage point I should say, that I'm enjoying here. So we got a great look here at the field on an absolutely gorgeous day. Throw it to first, and runner gets back safely. Young gets underneath the tag. Nice move by Lopez. Lopez delivers. That's high, ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the first. No score, just underway. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. And Perigo, the catcher, comes up throwing hard, but just safely underneath the tag is Nick Young. So Young now is in scoring position, sitting at second base with just 1 out for the Falcons. And a count of 2-2 on the batter, number 13, Drew Fry. Lopez delivers. Fry, swing and a miss, and he goes down on strikes. So 2 down. And number 17, Brent Balclair, steps in, big kid. Throw back and gets underneath, but a nice move there. Got a good-sized crowd joining us here at the field, and we do appreciate any fans that are joining us from South Whidbey. Welcome. Hope you enjoy the broadcast here on TurkPride.tv. Swing and a miss. So Lopez got some good movement on his ball here early on in the first inning. High ball. Swing and a miss. Big cut. One ball, two strikes, two outs. Runner at second for the Falcons. Lopez comes, and hits sharply just over the outstretched arm of the shortstop. And he's going to make that turn. He's going to come, and bobbled slightly by the left fielder. So a run comes across, and the Falcons score first here in the top half of the first inning. All right, so the sum total of that is 1 run scored for the Falcons. Runner now at first, and Petty's going to step in, number 11, Ethan Petty. Out. Oh, no, he catches the corner there for a strike. Dives underneath and gets back safely. Lopez delivers, hit sharply, but straight away center, and center fielder charges for out number 3. But the Falcons score 1. We go to the bottom half of the second. Turks trailing 1-0. All right, let's take this opportunity to recognize some of our fine sponsors here on TurkPride.tv. Our title partners, Sky Valley Inc., providing TurkPride.tv crew with great polo shirts. Need custom screen printing or vinyl banners and lettering? Reach out to Carrie Fulcher at skyvalleyinc@gmail.com or click their banner on TurkPride.tv. SYB, Sultan Youth, Turks Basketball. Big thanks to SYB. Without their support, the brand new scoreboard that we have in our gymnasium would not have been possible. So we appreciate their financial contributions to contribute towards the cost of that enhancement here at Sultan High. And then Sultan High School Booster Club, always available, always there to help in any way that they can. Donated also on the scoreboard project, the Booster Club, helping out at sports clubs or anything when called upon. They provide a meal to our stream producers every game. Thank you, Booster Club. So we were talking about the scoreboard here, or the standings, I should say, in the Cascade Conference. And right now, things really are lining up where the Turks really have an opportunity to make some hay here this week. Again, the Cascade Conference is a mixed conference made up of single A and double A opponents. Turks are in the single A classification of the Cascade Conference, which would include themselves, the Kings Knights, South Whidbey Falcons, and the Cedar Park Bothell Eagles. Cedar Park Christian Bothell is sitting right now at 9-0 in league, 10-2 overall. They're pretty much a lock for first. But the top three of the 4 teams get to go. So the Turks right now are basically competing with the Kings Knights and the same South Whidbey Falcons that we're seeing today. Kings right now sitting at 3-5 overall. Sultan sitting at 1-4, and South Whidbey at 1-6. So you've got a 1-4 team versus a 1-6 team here today. So on paper, overall, Sultan 2-6. South Whidbey 2-7. These teams just couldn't be more evenly matched. And again, right here, you're playing basically for third place right now, actually, and as far as moving on in the playoffs. So games critically important today, and then games scheduled at this time on Tuesday, which I've been told by Mr. Sifferman has now been moved to Wednesday at Shorewood High School, which is where Kings plays. So games on Wednesday, Thursday at Shorewood, and then scheduled for next Friday, the 13th, back here at Sultan High School against these same Falcons. All right, leading off for the Turks, number 21, the catcher, Alex Perigo. Perigo steps in leading off for the Turks. And the first pitch is a strike on the corner on the mound for the Falcons, number 11, Ethan Petty. High, ball 1, 1-1. So again, really can't emphasize enough how critically important this week is. 2 games against the South Whidbey Falcons and 2 games against the King Knight. These are the teams. 2 of those 3 teams, Sultan, South Whidbey, and Kings, will go to the playoffs. The other that ends up in 4th place will be done for the season. So Turks really have their ability to, their own destiny is really in their hands this week. And obviously we want to cheer them on to some victories and get them in a good position for the postseason. All right, for those of you just joining us, South Whidbey did score in the top half of the first inning. They lead this game 1-0. We do apologize for some technical difficulties. I don't believe that's updated on your scoreboard at home. But again, the score here is 1-0 South Whidbey over Sultan. And here we're just at the bottom half of the first. And Mr. Perigo, the first up for the Turks. Full count. Oh, thought he had a walk and started breaking that way, but the umpire said, not so fast, young man, and that is out number 1. And number 6, River King steps in. River's got a little, not quite as bright and colorful shoes this year as he did last year. Those of you that remember the broadcast last year, bright orange and yellow shoes last year on the young man. Fouled back to screen right over where we are here at Sultan High School. And I understand, Mickey, the girls have a softball game going on today, Cedar Park Christian. The Lady Turks are playing over here at Sultan High School, so they have a separate feed for that if you want to kind of bounce back and forth. It won't hurt our feelings. And a slow dribbler to the shortstop, comes up throwing hard, a little high, but the first baseman rails it in for out number 2. And so the pitcher, number 22, Elias Lopez, steps in for the Turks. See if he can get something going here in the bottom half of the first inning. Strike on the outside corner. Good location out there for Mr. Petty so far. Ethan Petty, number 11 on the mound for the Falcons. Falcons in their road royal blue with gray pants. Turks in their home all whites, white pants, white jerseys. And yeah, a nice crowd assembling themselves. Stands starting to fill up down there on a beautiful afternoon. I think after the weekend that we had with all that rain, people are just thankful to be able to get outside and do something other than hunker down indoors. And that's outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2-2-2 all the way across the board for the Turks and Mr. Lopez. Swing and a miss, and the Turks go down. No runs, no hits, no errors. And at the end of 1, the score still South Whidbey 1, Turks nothing. All right, let's recognize a few more of our fine sponsors here on TurkPride.tv. Windmill Espresso. The executive producer, Diamond Dave Moons, is there every day. I see Dave as he's on his way to work, or his lovely wife, Jen. And the Windmill Espresso, long-time supporters of TurkPride.tv here. They were the first supporter, actually, and have been with us ever since. Each game, we pick a player of the game, Windmill Espresso player of the game. Cascade Athletics, your stop for the WIA scores and statistics. Be sure to stop by on their website. Browse their game, picture catalog. It's updated daily. It's what I use to prepare myself for these broadcasts as I go and look at those schedules and the statistics and so forth, and they get you up to date very quickly with all that you need to know about happenings around the Cascade Conference. Sultan Chiropractic, Dr. Koppel has been in the Valley for many years, sponsored Turk Bride TV with just one of the many community programs that he has gotten behind. Everybody should be pain-free. Dr. Koppel is accepting new patients. So again, the Cascade Conference this week is just going to be crucial in that the Turks have these 2 opportunities against South Whidbey and 2 against Kings. And obviously they're hoping for better than a split. They're hoping to come out and get maybe 3 of those 4 and really, really put themselves in a good position. But first things first, we got an opponent here that's leading them 1-0 here in the top half of the second inning. First pitch from Lopez outside, and the home plate umpire has been very consistent. He likes that outside corner. Has been pretty liberal with the pitchers from both the Turks and the Falcons here thus far. That's low, ball 1. Chop foul. Lopez shakes off the pitch, sees what he likes, comes to the plate, and swing and a miss. Got him looking on an outside pitch, and out number 1. Cade Petty, number 6, looks like stepping in. Fouled, way out of foul. So those of you that don't know, South Whidbey is located in Langley, Washington, which is actually on Whidbey Island, or the south end of Whidbey Island, hence the name, but they encompass the communities of Langley and Clinton and thereabouts. Check swing. Appeals over to first. Yes, said he got him. And so they have to take a short ferry boat ride from Clinton to Mukilteo, and then hop, skip, and a jump over to Sultan for today's game. And the Turks will be returning that favor towards the end. Next to last game of the season, we'll be taking them on scheduled at this point for Wednesday the 25th at South Whidbey. Lopez, that's outside, back to the screen. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch. That's 2 down. So Lopez looking sharp thus far here in our game today, and 2 down just in quick succession here in the top half of the second inning. Luke Rookstol, I believe, maybe. Rookstol. It's kind of handwriting is a little hard to read on the lineup card here, but I believe it's Rookstol, or Rookstol, maybe Rookstol. So apologizing to any fans here from South Whidbey if I mispronounced one of your players' names or your son's name. I do apologize. Swing and a miss. So Lopez really working very briskly here early on, and keeping his pitch count way down. He's been very efficient with his pitches, throwing lots of strikes and not getting himself into any difficulty thus far. Swing and a miss, and going down on strikes. So looking good as we make our way to the bottom half of the second inning. Well, look who decides to show up. Jeez, Diamond Dave Moon, producer extraordinaire, saunters into the booth. Put on the headset there, big guy. you look a little out of breath. You've been running back and forth today.
Oh my gosh! The whole purpose of having student broadcasters is so I don't have to do anything.
It's back to the old days, right? When you used to have to do like 90% of the work. You see, you got used to having all the kids do all the work for you, Dave.
Yeah, it's like we haven't had a game for 3 weeks and they forgot everything.
Forgot everything. Well, we appreciate you stopping by, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got a 1-0 South Whidbey lead here so far, but a very entertaining game.
And where are we at? Top of the second?
Bottom of the second.
Bottom of the
second. Turks getting their second ups here in just a moment. But, hey, we got some sunshine today.
It turned out to be a great day.
It's a beautiful day today. Talking to Mr. Sifferman, he said, gosh, we probably should have scheduled a doubleheader today and got 2 games in with as many rainouts and reschedules as they're working on right now. But anyway, we're just talking about, the Turks got a chance to really help themselves a lot this week because they're playing a lot of their single A opponents. They're playing, scheduled to play Kings twice and South Whidbey twice, and 3 of the 4 teams get to go to the playoffs. So you just don't want to be in that 4th slot. You're basically, you got team 2 and 3 are playing. Well, I should say 3 and 4 are playing themselves right now. So be very interesting to see how things make their way through the rest of this week. Now, I have heard already, Mr. Sifferman told me the game that was scheduled for tomorrow has been moved to Wednesday at Shorewood. He did say that. So we will not have a home game tomorrow against Kings. It's been moved to Shorewood High School on Wednesday. The Turks will be the quote-unquote home team, but it will be played at an away venue. All right.
So that's got to be a disadvantage, right? I mean, because you want your home team.
Exactly.
Home
I mean,
fans.
yeah. So you get to be the home team, and you get the last ups. But other than that, you don't. There's really no advantage to having to travel and be on the road. And especially they're going to have to travel 2 consecutive days to the same place. But in looking at the weather report, I'm not sure that they're going to be able to get those games in regardless. Obviously, at Shorewood, they do have a artificial surface, so it takes the water a lot better than things here at Sultan High School. Anyway. Foul back on the screen. So, do we get an update over from the girls' game? Do we got anything going on? What's going on over there, Dave?
It was still the top of the first, and they were down 2-0, I believe.
2-0. They're playing Cedar Park, I believe, today, right?
They are correct. No, they're playing Cedar Crest.
Oh, Cedar Crest. Oh, Cedar Crest. I'm sorry, my mistake. Oh, hit sharply, and that's in left center. It's going to get past, going to almost make its way, and he's going to have a stand-up double. Looking for his signal at third, but he holds up. Stand-up double for Eric Turner. Nice hit by that young man.
When did they score?
Riley Strauss. They scored in the top of the first.
Got it.
They did score in the top of the first.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And then we retired the side in the top of the second. And thanks there to Dave. He's going to get our scoreboard updated for us. All right. Riley Strauss, number 9, got a runner in scoring position, looking to tie this game up. Strauss gets a big lead and picked that lead at the perfect time because he's going to be able to easily, I should say, Eric Turner is going to make it down safely to third base. So Eric Turner's standing there now, and Riley Strauss has got even a shorter opportunity to get his teammate in and get on the board. Pitch on the outside corner had been real consistent and calling that pitch, and he continues. Strike, same exact spot, boy. Are we having technical difficulties there, David, or are we doing okay?
No, we're doing good. We're streaming.
Okay.
We're on air.
All right. I saw you resizing some windows over there and stuff.
We are definitely on air, although I think Matt picked the wrong game to stream. But that's okay. We're still on air.
All right. Now, what? Not saying that we want folks to leave us, but there's 2 separate streams going on. Is that right? If they're watching us and they'd like to check out the girls' game, how would they do that, David?
It's all done on YouTube. You should see both our channels live on YouTube, or
Okay.
if you go to turkpride.tv, you can click on either one and watch either one live.
Great, perfect. And they can just jump back and forth that way.
Yep.
So
when I'm back at the office, I like to have one up on the big screen and then one on my monitor.
Back at your office,
which is not an option today, obviously.
Which is not an option today. Yeah, we're gonna now. All we need is it to be cold and miserable, like it's usually when we're here, and you're back in your office, nice and warm, and you're comfy on the big comfy couch there. Yeah, watching both games in a 72-degree office, and we're out here freezing to death. But
it's
anyway.
so comfortable. let me just assure you guys, it's very comfortable.
I told Matt when he left, I said, gosh, it's the first nice day we'd have. He said, yeah. He says, half our material is gone. We can't complain about the weather today. He's like, you're right. All right. And 2 outs now for the Turks. Stepping in, number 27. Oh, and it hits that first pitch straight away center. Deep center fielder going back. Makes the catch for out number 3. So the Turks threaten, but don't get on the board. So we still remain at 1-0 South Whidbey. All right.
I believe we have a new commercial lineup too.
There we do. Okay, you gonna pay some bills there, David?
No, because I'm not ready.
You're not ready. Oh, you're not ready. Okay.
I'm new to this, but
you're new to this.
But I still let everybody know we have new commercials.
You're out of practice, Dave. See, you've had it too easy. You've had the student producers for too long. You're getting rusty, man.
It's true. It's so true. It's the way it should be, though, right?
That's right. You want to make yourself unnecessary, right? So you just train everybody else to do it for you. All right, so again, some of our fine sponsors here on TurkPride.tv. Bigfoot Brew, Sky Valley's newest espresso stop. Come by and see us each day for the morning 2-hour happy hour and daily specials. Brandy Varnell Photography. Need pictures? Call Brandy. Have your show producer, the Tech Club photos. Les Schwab Tire Center in Monroe. Rico's Pizza and Gold Bar out in my neck of the woods, right in my neighborhood, as a matter of fact. Great pizza. Vic's Burger Shack. And we got a great commercial also for Vic's. We'll probably have that up a little later this afternoon. And again, we appreciate all of our fine sponsors here on TurkPride.tv. All right, we make our way to the top half of the third. Turks still trailing the visiting South Whidbey Falcons 1-0. Leading things off for the Falcons, number 7, who is Taylor Brown. He's the number 9 batter. So Lopez looked very sharp thus far for the Turks, giving up just that 1 run. Hit sharply straight away center, shielding his eyes from the sun, and makes the play for out number 1. So game moving along at a pretty swift pace so far. We're already halfway through the 3rd inning here. And we've been only less than a half an hour into this game, about 24 minutes to be exact. So things moving along at a quick pace. And for those of you at home, might be hard to see, but the sun is right in their eyes as far as the outfielders, so you'll see them shading their eyes, fighting that sun just a little bit. We haven't seen the sun a whole heck of a lot, so it's like, what is that bright orb up in the sky? After this weekend we had, Dave, I wasn't sure that the great flood was coming. You know, it just didn't want to stop raining.
What is that?
What is that? Foul back on the screen. So Lopez continues to work from ahead, which is what you want to do when you're a pitcher out there. Been very, very conservative with his pitches and has managed those very, very well thus far. That's low ball. Foul back almost the exact same spot. Alex Block is the batter. He's the leadoff batter for the Falcons. They've made their way around to the top of the order. Swing and a miss.
That was a hard swing.
It was, yeah. He caught him on
caught
him on a reacher there. Now, Dave, do we have the ability here on the new feed? I know during football we had where people could send comments in and we could reply back.
Absolutely.
Okay.
If you're watching on YouTube or if you're watching on turkpride.tv, just click the little YouTube icon there on the stream, and it brings you to YouTube, and from there you can chat with us.
Gotcha. Okay. I was telling one of my colleagues about our broadcast. First, he thought we were on radio station. I said, no, we're on the internet. He says, well, can you send questions? I said, you bet. We can send questions. We'll reply back.
We did it a lot during wrestling.
During wrestling, got a lot,
Yeah,
and I know we got a few during football as well too. So
wrestling, we actually added a widget so you could see the questions scroll up the screen as people were asking them.
Wow.
A little big-time audience participation.
Jeez. That was the broadcast with Lord Byron Atkinson.
Lord Byron, yeah.
Lord Byron Atkinson.
Boy, but when a text comes in, the air gets quiet. You know, the text takes
Got
priority.
to stop and read that, yeah. Got to multitask, right? Oh, and gets past him. Luckily, no base runners, so no damage. So who is our broadcast team, Dave, over for the girls' softball this year?
We have Elena Posey back.
Okay.
Which is fantastic.
Yep.
And Kristen retired. She's a junior this year, and she decided she wasn't not going to come back.
She's taking a break, huh?
Yep.
And a walk.
Yep. Her big claim to fame was her brother, and she was trying to fill her. Or she liked to hang out with her brother. So she took that on, but
I see.
She decided she didn't want to do it anymore. So now we have a brand new member, Jaden.
Jaden and Elena.
Jaden and Elena.
Okay.
And Jaden is very excited about being on air.
Very cool. Well, I know I explained to our listeners here that Matthew had kind of a last-minute commitment with music, I believe it was today, and said he unfortunately couldn't stay with us on the broadcast, but I know, and he was looking forward to that too. So we'll wish him the best, and we'll have him back shortly.
Yeah, he's Matt's. Yeah, I've grown very dependent upon Matt.
Yeah. So Matt's a senior, and is Elena now a senior as well?
No, Elena's a junior.
She's a junior. Okay, because I know she started as a freshman, right? So you've had Elena in the program for quite some time.
Correct. And she's a leader. She's our president this year.
Yeah, she'll be very difficult to replace when she graduates. So anyway, back to action here. Still 1-0 for the South Whidbey Falcons over the hometown Turks. We've got 2 outs here in the top of the third. Runner goes. And nice throw by Perigo. Just a little shy. It was right on spot, but it was just a little short, and it took a little hop and made it impossible to get that tag, and the runner is safely at second.
Now, is that considered an error?
No.
No.
Not an error. Just a steal. All right, now they have that runner in scoring position there at second. Lopez throwing hard, outside ball. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the third, Falcons leading 1-0. Runner in scoring position at second base. Got the corner on that one. Good location on that ball. 2-2. Lopez definitely like to get a strikeout right here and get out of this inning with no further damage. Outside. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's the payoff pitch. Foul back to the screen. Staying alive.
I like this ump. He's vocal.
Yeah, he is.
I like the vocal
umps. And he's going to go. They got him.
Yes.
All right, so, and the side is retired. So the score remains South Whidbey 1, Sultan 0, but coming up. All right. So Dave, like I said, once we get all the, I was looking at the weather forecast, and by the time we end up rescheduling and reshuffling all these games, I think we're going to have like the last 2 weeks of April. We're going to just have like a baseball game every day,
Right?
Pretty much
Yeah,
together.
just
if we
string
get
them all together.
if we get a patch of about four good days, we're going to have like doubleheaders every day to get all these games in.
It almost seems to me like baseball season should be pushed back a month.
May, yeah, it really should. March and April is, especially March, it's just too wet and too cold. But yeah. All right, so the Turks are going to lead things off. Getting ready, taking his warm-up swings is going to be number 18. So as it stands right now with what we know, the next game scheduled here at home is at this point is this coming Friday the 13th against these same South Whidbey Falcons. Again, but that is weather dependent, so we will keep you informed. But I have been told that the game originally scheduled for tomorrow against Kings at Sultan has been changed and will now occur on Wednesday at Shorewood High School in North Seattle. And the reason for that is that they have an artificial surface there, so if we do get some rain, game still could be playable, where here at Sultan, where we're on natural surface, would make the field unplayable. So that's the rationale for that. Kind of too bad the Turks lose out on a home game, potentially, but at least we can get the game in. And hit, going to drop in, possibly. Nope, right fielder comes in and makes the catch for out number 1. So 1 up, 1 down for the Turks here in the bottom half of the third.
Now batting, number 1, Caleb Webb.
Caleb Webb steps in for the Turks. Outside ball 1. So, Dave, any plans on expanding our offerings here on TurkBride.tv into more like extreme sports?
Somebody keeps mentioning golf. I don't know who that is, but somebody just keeps mentioning golf.
Could be like ESPN8, the Ocho, right? We could have like miniature golf and I think dodgeball. How about dodgeball? Dodgeball.
I'd be all over that. I say let's make that happen. I don't know.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Have you seen the dodgeballs we use though at school?
No.
Oh my gosh, they're the consistency of like a sponge, right? And then if anybody complains that those are too hard, they have another set that's even softer.
Not like in our day where you got hit with that red rubber ball and your
you
whole face was bruised.
Yeah. You knew who was popular, and you've never seen unpopular kids throw more balls than in a dodgeball game, because all they wanted to do was just hit a popular kid.
Yeah, exactly. Webb up there battling, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And he walks. So a good AB for Webb as he pushes him all the way to the edge, and he trots his way down to first base for a walk. And we're back to the top of the order. Alex Perigo, number 21, the catcher, steps in as the Turks bat around and make it back to the top of the order.
Because you got hit a lot with the ball? Yep. That's how you measure your popularity with your red welts.
That's right. Gang up on somebody, right? But what you wanted to get is because they used to have some of them were really big, and then some of you wanted to get the small ones you could just really hang on, really wing it, Not the big ones.
Big ones were like a shield.
Yeah, you use those to block with. Runner goes, and Perigo slaps it down there. Runner's going to make it. Only play is at first, and he makes it in time for out number 1. But he advances the runner, and we now have runner in scoring position here with 2 outs for the Turks.
Now batting, number 6, Flaming Feet, River King.
River King, the River Master, number 6.
Should have some CCR playing when he walks out.
Yeah. Or we could have the theme from Riverdance or something like that, right? Some Michael Flathery Riverdance.
You just dance on out.
Yeah, you just dance on out.
Dan, are you going to call for us for the Battle of the Badge?
Yeah, when is that coming up? May, isn't it? Towards the end of May?
It is, yeah.
And runner goes safe. He has to make a tag on that. He can't just touch the bag. There is not a force in play, so now I got to run at third. You give me a date there. Sorry, I know a couple times I have not been able to because of conflicts, but I think my May is pretty open weekends, if I recall correctly. That's on a Sunday, isn't it? Typically?
I believe it's on a Saturday.
Oh, Saturday? Okay.
I'm going to take a look right now.
Battle of the Badge. Police Department versus Fire Department. Always a fun event here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. So River King seeing if he can get his teammate across and knot this game up at 1. Outside ball. So yes, we'll be bringing you miniature golf, dodgeball, and other extreme sports here soon on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things extreme sports.
Sports entertainment.
Sports entertainment, that's right. All right, so King gets a walk, and Lopez, number 22, our pitcher, steps in with runners at the corners. 2 outs here in the bottom half of the third.
Elias Lopez.
I think miniature golf. What about miniature golf? That'd be a good one.
You know, we have we'd have to create the course.
That's true. How about like competitive backgammon?
Oh.
Something like that, you know?
Well, after cleanup day, we're going to have a giant game of Risk. We have a 6-foot by 10-foot board of Risk.
Very cool. Strike on the inside corner.
And they're telling me they want to stream it.
We're streaming the Risk game?
The Risk game, yeah.
Hey, there you
It's
go.
just me, you know,
the game
beating
of,
teenagers.
The
is all.
game of world domination. Ooh, yeah. Oh, I got him looking. So we leave strand runners at the corners here. We're going to make our way to the top of the 4th, and the score remains 1-0 Whidbey.
So I lied. We're not going to have new commercials.
You lied. David, shame on you.
I can't seem to find where they put them.
Well, you know, Dave, if you were producing more frequently, you would know where these things are at, you know. You got to keep your fingers in the pie here, man, to figure out what's going on, David.
You know, when you got a good crew, there's not much to do.
You get lazy, man. You just sit back and you get lazy. You forget where everything's at.
Show them how to do things once, and I walk away.
So I tell you, you trained them right, you know. Now you just got to get them to show up, right?
Right.
Yeah,
yep.
So again, a game moving along rather rapidly. Low-scoring affair. Good pitching on both sides. Some timely hitting, but Turks have yet to push a run across, so they're still trailing 1-0. But we're just under 40 minutes into this game, and we're all past the halfway point here in the beginning of the top of the 4th inning. So do we have a score update? Is there a way we can get a score update on the girls' game, David?
Let me see what I can do for you.
All right.
I know Maddie Jeffries was pitching. She was taking a little while to get warmed up, but as I was walking away, she was throwing strikes after strike.
Oh, is that I'm seeing it over there on the feed?
You are.
Oh, very nice.
Although we're seem to be having a scoreboard problem there too.
Ah. All right, little DJ Cool, and let me clear my throat. We're on our way to the 4th inning here with the Falcons. Leading things off is going to be number 17, which is Brent Beckler. I guess Brent Bachelor, I believe is how you pronounce the young man's name.
Ooh, got a little piece of it.
On the outside corner. Now, do we have any soccer coming up this week, David?
No soccer.
No soccer
Yeah,
this week.
no soccer this week.
And who's typically doing your broadcasts for soccer? Is Lord Byron doing that?
Nope, no
or-
Lord Byron, and Connor has a job now. He's
Oh.
a senior,
Uh-huh.
and we've been lucky to have him for the last 3 years.
Yeah, Connor's done. I remember young Connor.
So we've been plagued with some technical difficulties in soccer because I'm usually not there.
Uh-huh.
But we've got them all off. And Kaylee, let's see, we've had a hodgepodge of no regulars yet.
Uh-huh.
No regulars.
It's a rotating squad that you have
Yes.
there, right?
Yes.
It's a platoon of various
Yes.
on-air personalities.
Wednesday night was Cora and I.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs here in the top of the 4th. Outside ball. 2-2. So thus far, the Turks played some great defense, good pitching. Just a couple of timely hits for the Falcons have got them that 1-run lead that they're enjoying right now. Foul back of the screen down the first baseline. Oh, hit on.
That your
Bang,
car?
bang, bang. No, I'm parked way, way out there.
I'm not.
You're not? You're in the company vehicle?
I got to stay mobile, man.
You got to stay
You're
mobile.
not buying me a golf cart.
That's right.
If you buy me a golf cart, I'll park farther away.
Oh, boy.
Strike them out.
Yes, he did. So Lopez looked very good thus far. Very sharp out on the mound
Now batting number 11. Setting.
in a very close game that's up to anybody right now. It's just going to take the Turks getting a few timely hits and they be in a good spot here in this one.
Yeah. Mickey's around the corner through the woods. You should just walk from home, Mickey.
Outside. So, yeah, do we need to get you an electric golf cart, Dave, so you can shuttle around back and forth here between soccer and baseball and softball, back to your office?
See, I'm liking that.
You're liking that idea, huh?
We call it Mobile Stream 1.
Yeah, that's right. Now, when is the meeting that you're? I thought that was tonight, the LMS meeting.
No, that's tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
Tonight's
okay.
the board meeting.
Yeah, school board meeting tonight. Yes, study session tonight.
I don't know if I'm not needed. I'm not going.
And wow.
So I got an update on softball.
Okay, share with us.
It looks like the Red Wolves are leading our Turks 0-11.
11-0. Wow. So the Turks are on the short end of that score, right? All right. Well, we'll hope that things will improve there for the Lady Turks. Here, the South Whidbey Falcons clinging to a 1-0 lead with a runner at first, 1 out here in the top half of the 4th. Elias Lopez on the hill for the Turks has looked very good thus far. And a very cleanly played game by both teams right now. Lopez goes back again. And a big shout out to the grounds crew today for getting this field in condition. And with the amount of rain that we had over the past 2 days, it was doubtful that we were going to get this game in today. And they did a heck of a job. Field actually is in really good shape, considering all it's been through in the last 48 hours.
And this is without Gordy, without our star groundskeeper.
I understand. Gordy was off today, so shout out to Mr. Weaver and his crew for getting things brought together. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out here in the top of the 4th. Turks trailing 1-0. Lopez keeping a close eye at that runner at first, excuse me. fouled. Up and over the screen. Lopez, keep an eye on the runner. Comes to the plate. And
Oh, wow. He's
just
stretched for that
yeah,
one.
he just kind of stuck the bat out there and poked at it, and it wandered foul.
Wondered how my back would feel after doing that.
Ouch. Yeah. Not good. Not good. Lopez takes a look over, throws over, snap throw. Runner gets back safely under the tag. Foul. So, Dave, are they at softball? Are they broadcasting from our new press box over there? Or?
Ooh.
I couldn't let you go on that one, right?
Yeah, where's that salt shaker? Just keep pouring it in. Tag.
Oh, we got him.
Yep,
He dropped it, though. Oh, he had it, but he
no.
dropped it. It was right in the right spot, right time, but he just couldn't squeeze his glove on it, hang on
Now,
to
is
it.
that an error?
That would probably be an error, yes. Fielding error. Yes, for those of you that don't know, we've commissioned for an upgrade to our storage / concession / broadcasting booth over in the softball area, and individual doing that work for us has been what's the word we use?
What is a good word?
What's
to
a good
use?
word? Very
Overbooked?
Well, I don't know what that's. I want to say very. I'm not sure what the right word is. It's taken longer than we thought. Let's put it that way. Okay.
Slow as heck.
Yeah.
Now, to be fair, he's fitting us in between jobs. So,
Okay.
instead of
I've
instead
been
of having his guys have downtime, he's been having them work on our stuff.
There you go. Hit.
Darn it.
Right center. It's going to drop. Runner from second going to go to third. He's going to hold third. We're going to have runners at the corners with just one out here in the top of the fourth. So the Falcons in a good spot here with a single to bring in a run and trying to extend their lead.
So but unfortunately for us, he hasn't had any downtime. He's been keeping his guys really busy. So, and he can't take guys off paying jobs to do our
our little side job. Yeah. And hit to almost the same spot, but this is straightaway right field. Oh, the right fielder just loses it in the sun, possibly. Run comes in to score. Runner's going to advance over to third, so when all's said and done, one run scores, and we have runners back at the corners as we did before. So now we're looking 2-0 South Whidbey. So Whidbey adds one more, and they still have a runner in scoring position standing at third base with just one out here in the top half of the fourth inning. So Lopez trying to get himself out of this. He's got a tough spot right now with just one out. Runner goes. Yep. They don't want to make that play on that runner because the runner from third could come in. So good reaction by Lopez to snag that ball. And now runners at second and third. So they have two runners in scoring position for the Falcons here with only one out in the top of the fourth. Runner comes. Oh, got to get back. He got him. Got the runner at third. Oh, no, he drops the ball. Initially, the umpire made the signal for an out, but then as he fell back, the ball bobbled loose and went to the ground.
But if he touched him before he lost the ball.
Yeah, I don't know. Coach Leverett's going to come out, but he just didn't maintain possession. That's what he's talking about here. He's saying, hey, my guy made the tag. I'm just going to say, no, he didn't control the ball all the way through the end of the play, I guess is what he's probably going to say. So I think this is going to be for not. Yeah. Yeah. There was the runner interference here, so they're still chatting about it out there.
Kick dirt on him, Steve.
All right. Coach Leverett retreats back. So we got runners still at second and third after the dust settles on that one. 2 balls, 1 strike, just 1 out is the key component here, with the Falcons threatening to extend their lead. Currently is just 2. And hits the opposite field, and that is foul. Out of play. Chopped, foul. Little dribbler that goes slightly foul. So Dave, when we get on our next break, I want to talk with you a little bit about some of the exciting things you got going on in technology coming up here over the next year or so, after our voters graciously approved a technology levy. And this is the man right here to my right who's going to be figure out a lot of that stuff. Okay, runner, they've got somebody got him caught. That runner's out. So the runner going from third to home is out. So 2 outs, and then but he continues to skip over to second. So what's going to happen is runners are going to be in the same position as they were second and third, but now 2 down versus 1 down for the Falcons.
Turks missed a huge opportunity there. They were
did.
paying attention. They should have had that second base
Yeah, they
covered.
did. They kind of got so fixated on that runner coming down from third that they forgot about the runner on first who skipped his way over to second. So 2 runners in scoring position here for the Falcons. But the run does not score, so Turks hold serve at now 2-0, still 2-0, and that's low, ball 1. Chopped, foul down the third baseline. So Lopez trying to get his way out of this jam, just get off the field without any more runs. He's got 2 men sitting out there right now that he's got to be concerned about. Just got to throw strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 4th, Turks trailing 2-0. Runners on second and third for the Falcons. Inside ball. 2-2. Swing and a miss.
Hard
And
swing. That was
gets his way out of it. So the Turks do not give up any more runs. And the score remains South Whidbey 2, Sultan nothing. So Dave, tell us about some of these exciting plans that we have going on for technology now that we have some dedicated resources to use specifically to improve technology infrastructure and what you can deliver to students.
Well, I'll tell you what. Since our voters graciously passed our levy,
Yes.
we get to no longer use secondhand equipment. It's 99% of the computers in our district are secondhand.
Wow.
That we've picked up from other districts, and we run a pretty successful and efficient refurbishing program in the district. But that has its own costs, labor.
Yeah, it's not free.
Yeah,
Just because the equipment is at free or relatively nominal cost, there's still labor involved.
So one of the we took a 3-prong approach on this. One of the pieces of the pie is replacing technology students use and have access to.
Okay.
And that includes classroom projectors, printers, laptops, desktops, teacher desktops.
Chromebooks, things like that.
Yep. Another third of that pie is our infrastructure, the stuff behind the scenes that we Band-Aid up over and over and over again to get us past. They say a firewall to stay current should be about 3 to 4 years old. Ours is pushing 6 or 7 years old, and the one prior to that was just as old. We really keep things running, and then the third prong is staff development.
Very good.
And that's a biggie.
That is. That's not only getting people up to speed, but keeping them at that level ongoing. So, all right, we are now at the bottom of the fourth inning, and the Turks are going to get their opportunity to see if we can cut into this 2-0 lead. Oh, that's a strike. Good looking pitch. Chop foul. Yes, number 2, Eric Turner at the batting now for the Turks. So, Dave, the time frame to start to where students and staff will start to see some of these changes in the classroom, when do we think that that's going to start happening then?
Well, we're starting the investment on the infrastructure this summer.
Okay.
Even though we won't see levy money until the beginning of next year.
Correct.
I'm just going to shuffle some of my budget around to
Right.
cover some of these infrastructure upgrades.
Okay. So that we can get things started for next school year in September.
Exactly.
Okay.
Instead of this big push to get everything done in 12 months, we can.
Right.
We
Or
can
try to
stretch it out.
implement in the middle of a school year.
Absolutely.
Right. Well, good. So next year, with people will start to see some tangible change. Is what you're
Absolutely.
saying.
Yep.
Very
They'll
good.
start seeing return for their investment.
Perfect.
Also, we're starting the research tomorrow on our new learning management system.
Okay.
And that's about that's about a 16-month process to pick the right one.
Yeah, it seems like it's a very comprehensive process in going through that and evaluating those tools and so forth. All right, ball gets passed. Turner's going to scamper his way down to second base, so now we've got a runner in scoring position at second base with nobody out here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. Riley Strauss at the plate for the Turks. So the young man gets a chance to be a hero here and see if he can move his teammate along. So, Dave, how's it going to feel the first time that one of these districts that has, given us stuff all these years, you say, "Yeah,
I don't need it.
Don't need it. Don't need it."
It's going to be really
It's
weird.
going to be weird to say. They're going to
gonna be
say,
really weird.
"What? Huh? What do you mean you don't want our cast?
You've never not taken it.
You've never not taken whatever
Yeah.
we've had, right?"
It's gonna be strange.
That is.
Well, what's funny is what our listening audience might not know this, but we were able to put a laptop in every kid's hands, and our investment's under $3 a laptop.
Yeah.
And they sat on these laptops for like 4 years before they gave them to us in their warehouse because they didn't know how to handle it. They didn't know what they should do with them. So finally, they gave them to us, and then they're already at the next cycle of their laptops. So they're
Wow.
giving us their next cycle of laptops,
Wow.
and we're still going to take the time to deploy those because to get a new laptop in every kid's hands through the levy, it's still 4 years away.
Right.
So
Yep. Yep.
we need to take advantage of the business as normal.
Right. Two balls, two strikes, no outs. Bottom of the fourth. Runner in scoring position for the Turks. Eric Turner standing at second base. And Mr. Strauss trying to move him along. See if we can get Turks on the board. That's a strike. And he goes down looking. So one down.
We have another update on the girls.
And that would be, sir?
That would be bottom of the fourth, and it's 12-0.
Wow. So things have not improved much. So we continue to wish the Lady Turks well, but seem to be struggling today. Hot shot hit. Actually ended up being not quite as hot as it looked at first. And, just couldn't quite beat it out. So that's 2 down now for the Turks, and Turner still standing at second base.
Number 27, Jack Hamilton.
Jack Hamilton, number 27, steps in for the Turks. Oh, fooled him. I don't think he really wanted to swing at that, and then he was so far committed. It was like, oh, no turning back now. Swing and a miss. So quickly 2 strikes on Hamilton. And again, Turks need to take advantage of these opportunities. They're getting runners out in scoring position, but as of yet, unsuccessful in pushing anybody across. Oh, reaches out,
nice.
slaps at it. Oh, wasn't the prettiest looking hit, but it got the job done. Turner's making the turn, coming home, and he scores. All right, and the Turks are on the board, trailing now 2-1. So nice jump by Turner, and he had green light all the way. And again, Hamilton, it wasn't the prettiest looking hit, but he got the bat on the ball and punched it out there into shallow center field, and just enough to score his teammate from second.
Now batting number 18, Jake Rolfe.
Jake Rolfe, number 18, steps in for the Turks. Hamilton's at first base with that RBI. Critically important game here for the Turks today. Like I said, they really need to do well against the single A opponents, of which South Whidbey is one. They have an opportunity to play this team twice this week and twice also against Kings. So between those 3 teams, between the Turks, Kings, and South Whidbey, only 2 of those 3 teams are going to make it to the postseason. Pretty much, Cedar Park Christian pretty much has the number 1 position locked up at this point. They're actually 9-0 thus far in league play, so I don't see anybody catching them for first. So it really comes down to playing for second and third between the 3 remaining teams: Sultan, Kings, and South Whidbey.
What's South Whidbey's record?
They're very similar to the Turks. They're within 1 game of each other.
Oh.
Yeah. So again, 2 very even. That's kind of indicative of the score that we have too. 2-1 here. Runner goes. Hamilton goes,
Yes.
and he's going to make it. Head first slide, and Hamilton gets in safely. So the Turks would now another runner in scoring position, just like last inning. Let's see if we can get a timely hit here, and that would tie things up. Out. Oh, he caught him. Ooh. He's been calling a very wide strike zone. He has been calling that one pretty consistently, though. I do have to give him credit. But from our vantage point, it looked a little bit outside. Chopped, dribbler, nope, foul down third baseline. We got a good-sized group. Like I said, it's finally assembled themselves here at Sultan High School. And on a beautiful day, people enjoying a baseball game. And we do have a handful of folks that made it over from South Whidbey. Again, South Whidbey, a little bit more of a jaunt where you've got to ride on a Washington State ferry and a little bit of traffic to fight through to get here.
Yeah, it's free to come this way.
Yeah, well, you got to pay to get back home, unless you want to drive all the way around to Anacortes.
It's a nice drive, but I'm guessing it's not nice at 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, that's a little far to save $15 or whatever they charge you for the ferry ride. Swing and a miss. All right, but the Turks score 1. We go to the top of the 5th, trailing South Whidbey 2-1. All right, so Dave, that's going to be some pretty exciting times in your world, huh? Coming up with.
It's going to be nice.
Yeah.
Tell you what, the The one thing that gets me the most excited is replacing our printers in the district.
This
Holy
man to
moly.
my right gets really excited about replacing printers.
Oh.
Wow.
So I started here 19 years ago, and the very first purchase I made for the technology department was like 4 laser printers for each building, because they were just going through ink like crazy, right? And those 4 laser printers in each building, so what is that? That's a total of 16. They're still out there, and we're still using them. And that's 19 years ago.
Wow. That's a testament to when HP actually made good printers that lasted.
I agree, but we have 302 printers in the district.
Yeah.
And we're repairing 5 to 10 of them a week.
Wow.
And that's just a killer for time.
Yeah, you're right. Everything's starting to fail kind of all at the same time. That just makes it hard. So.
And we're spending more in labor to fix them than what a new printer costs.
Right.
They're definitely printers these days. They're 5-6 years disposable.
Right. Yeah. They're not like they built them back when HP built them in the 90s when they lasted like forever, just about.
14 for 9.
14 for 9. Okay, so we have a little substitution coming in here.
Are we supposed to do anything with that?
I don't know. You let us know.
Mickey just smiles and nods.
That's nice to know.
Smile and nod, Mickey. Smile and nod.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, there's the company car. Oh, I didn't hear a
didn't
crash.
Oh, that's all right. We'll just do a payroll deduction, Dave.
See, no, it's going to be, I told you should have bought me that golf cart.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want it with like the pink and white striped roof with the fabric roof,
I'd take it.
Look like a little clown car or something like that. Doot, 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 doot.
I'd take it.
Deep throw over to first. Not in time. Good try by the shortstop, but just a little too far to make that play. Heck of a try, though.
I'd even take one of those old ice cream scooters.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. A little 3-wheeler ice cream scooter.
Yeah, with the ice chest on the back there.
Yeah, I'd ride that back and forth between.
Put some cold drinks in there for us.
Middle school. Oh,
there you go. Yeah.
Speaking of, I see our concession stand isn't open.
Oh, yeah, I didn't smell anything down below there. Lopez clipping right along. Runner goes. Perigo comes up throwing hard. Oh, ouch. Looks like they kind of tangled up legs a little bit there. River King looks like he's all right. I'm not sure if he's just upset with himself or whether he's walking it off a little bit.
That almost looked like a bad news Bears thing right there. Running across and grabbing it from somebody else.
Right. All right, runner now at second. No outs here for the Falcons. Top at the 5th inning. They lead the hometown Turks 2-1 in a very close, evenly matched game. I think that's pretty much what I expected coming into this. Two teams with almost identical records. And nice bunt laid down, third base line. Looks at that lead runner, goes over to first. Oh,
no.
Too late. And run's going to score. So Lopez on a throwing error allows the runner to score from third. He looked at that runner to hold him, but then he waited just a little too long, and the throw tailed away from him high, got past the first baseman, went to the screen, and the runner advances from third to home. So now it's 3-1 Whidbey.
Turk scored a run on softball.
There we go. 13-1 now?
12-1.
12-1. All right, so the Lady Turks are on the board against Cedar Crest, the Red Wolves. And if you happen to be jumping back and forth here between the girls softball feed and the boys baseball feed, we welcome you here in a very close game. Turks trailing 3-1, top of the 5th. Hit sharply. That's the right center. That's going to drop in. We've got a runner at second, and he's going to be over to third. So we're going to have runners at first and third. Runners at first and third when the dust settles here. Nobody out here in the 5th inning. So Lopez, who looked really sharp early on, starting to maybe a little bit of fatigue creeping in. Starting to give up a few more hits than he did early, and Coach Leverett, I think, is sensing that too. Is going to come out and have a chat with the young man. So we'll see if we get a pitching change. I do see somebody up warming up in the bullpen down yonder there. It's number 11. Is that Kobe? Kobe Keeler is down there warming up. So I have a feeling that Coach Leverrett's just kind of buying a little bit more time. I think we're going to see Mr. Keeler coming in just a moment, because this is one where you just can't let it get out of hand. This is such an important game, tight game, and one run could mean everything here. So we want to kind of stem the tide if he thinks Mr. Lopez is kind of running out of steam. So we'll see what they come up with. Home plate umpire is going to walk out and say, Coach, what you going to do? All right, Lopez is going to stay for now. I think probably next inning, though, we're going to definitely see a pitching change. All right, stepping in for the Eagles, number 17, Brent Beckler. Betchler, I believe it is. Runners at the corners, no outs for the Falcons. So ball gets passed. Runner's going to stay. Runner at third stays. Runner moves from first to second on a free pass. So now two runners in scoring positions here with Betchler, an opportunity to really break this game wide open for the Falcons. Runners come in looking for a double play. Outside ball. Oh, goes back to second. Almost. Good move by Lopez there, but unable to. River King sneaking back in, just not quite able to get the runner. And hit sharply to right center. It's going to drop. That's going to score two. One run comes across. Second one's going to come across. And a 2 RBI single for Betchler. So it now makes the score 5-1 South Whidbey. So big hit there. All right, looks like Keeler is done warming up. And we're going to see Mr. Keeler here maybe before this inning gets out. Outside. Runner takes the lead at first. Pitch. Low. So Lopez starting to struggle a little bit with his control. I think it's fatigue starting to set in here on the young man. Looked extremely sharp in the first couple innings, but definitely seeing the control of his pitch is starting to wane here. And just to say that, he hits the outside corner for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, no outs here in the top half of the fifth. Turks trailing 5-1. Ball. So Turks coming into a busy stretch of their schedule again, with some of these are reschedules from games that were rained out earlier this season, and they're really coming into the bulk of their schedule right now. And there is no rest here for this next 2 weeks basically. They're going to really be busy playing baseball. Hopefully, weather permitting, that is.
Yeah, weather doesn't look good.
Yeah, I know. Weather looks a little dicey. Swing and a miss. And he got him. So 1 down. Now you hope for a double play. Now we're going to have a pitching change. Looks like Coach Leverrett's coming around, switching people around, moving around, and we will see where everybody lands. But that is going to be the end for Mr. Lopez, and we are going to see Kobe Keeler, I believe, trot out to the mound and warm up for the Turks.
Do we have a JV team this year?
We do not, no. So it looks like Coach Leverrett, they're all waiting out there.
Smile and nod, Mickey.
Yeah. Webb's coming out. So Keeler's coming in for Webb.
So, Mickey, Dan budgeted to buy you a new control panel down there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. We just don't seem to get it done, but we keep talking about it.
Keep talking about it.
Just like our couch that we keep talking about that never
Yep,
seems to happen.
Yep. Well, I don't know. I mean, look at the fine walnut finish on that.
I know. This
or
is
oak. That's oak, isn't
It's
it?
oak, yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, it probably is older than you are.
this is the finest in 1970s technology
Well,
right
I'll
there.
have you know, about 5 years ago, Benny tore it apart and completely rebuilt it.
Yeah.
You know, and cleaned it all up
It's
and put in the
working.
push to talk button and
Yeah.
you know
it's-
modernized the connections a little bit.
Yeah.
And it still
works.
sucks.
It still sucks. Benny. All right, so we're shuffling some people around. Keeler's going to come in for Webb, so that's a substitution. 1 for 11. Looks like we got a new catcher as well. Where'd Perigo go, Mickey? I'm not seeing. Is he out in center field?
What number's Perigo?
21. I think he's out in center field. I think Alex Perigo moved from catcher to center field. Now that's about as much of a diametrically opposite change as you can have. Lopez is shortstop. Lopez, our pitcher, moved over to short. So shuffling people around a little bit, but Webb is out. Basically, the sum total is Keeler is in, 11 as the pitcher, and Webb is out. Perigo is going to take Webb's spot in center field. So.
I need to post that on Facebook. See if anybody. You know, it'd be perfect. I was thinking is one of those half restaurant benches. You know, the kind that are up against the wall because they got a nice thin back.
The booth.
Yeah, booth. Yeah,
The
half
booth.
booth. Half
Yeah,
booth.
we need to find somebody that's want to get rid of stuff. Wondering maybe if they're doing the remodel they're doing at the old candy cane restaurant there.
Oh, the candy! I didn't think of the candy
The
cane. I
candy
peeked in
cane.
through the other one.
Where
And
JD
they're-
Slicks is
Yeah,
moving
they're all
down there.
gone.
But the restaurant they're moving into maybe has
Yeah,
something that they're getting rid of.
You know, probably red and white stripe from candy cane
Yeah,
days,
for
right?
Candy. That was actually before my time. That place has
Mine
been
too.
empty for as long as I've been coming to the valley, which has been 12 plus years.
Well, you know, there was that short-lived year of the skillet.
The skillet.
Yeah, the skillet.
The skillet.
It was not good.
It was not good. All right. So Mr. Keeler is now warmed up. He's going to be our new pitcher here. Keeler throws a strike. Keeler, big, tall right-hander. And the young man is only a freshman. He is just going to be getting nothing but better and better as he makes his way and progresses through the grades here at Sultan High School. So we're very excited to have this young man playing at varsity, getting varsity time as a freshman.
He's just warming up.
Yeah, warming up. That's right. Just a bit outside. Oh, Dave's looking up booths here.
Holy cow.
Oh.
What?
Really? Wow. Some of those are pretty cheap.
I know.
That's pretty cheap.
We could even get colors.
Wow. With the logo and stuff on it, right? And hit sharply, but right at the shortstop.
Yes.
Throws over and gets it for out number 2. But the runner advances over to third. So 2 down here in the top half of the 5th. South Whidbey leading the hometown Turks 5-1. And Turks just want to get in the dugout and get their chance to bat here in the bottom half of the 5th.
It's per foot.
Oh, it's per foot. Oh,
No wonder
okay.
it's so
Oh, that
cheap.
makes it a little more sense.
We can afford a foot.
1 foot, yeah. I don't think your behind or my behind is going to fit on 1
Okay.
foot. All
Okay,
right,
okay,
that's not going to happen. We need something a little wider.
Mickey
than
would
that,
have.
David.
Mickey would be comfortable.
Mickey, but you and I need wider than a foot. That is just not going to cut it. Sorry. Hush falls over the stadium. Oh, and it hits it straight away. Center field. Perigo comes, makes a diving catch for out number 3. So the the catcher becomes the center fielder and makes a circus catch for out number 3. So we go to the middle of 5, going to the bottom of 5. Turks trailing 5-1.
Oh, looks like softball's calling it a wrap at the bottom of the 5th.
Oh, they got the 10-run rule there.
Yep.
10-run rule, and Lady Turks go down to the visiting Cedar Crest Red Wolves. So congratulations to the Red Wolves, and our condolences to the Lady Turks as they'll try again later this week.
Yeah, this was only their 2nd home game. I mean, those poor girls.
Yeah. All right, so the Turks got their work cut out for them. They're digging themselves a little bit of a hole here with a 4-run deficit and time running out. Just 3 more ups, 5, 6, and 7. So we'll see what they can do and start chipping away at that lead that the Falcons are currently enjoying. I'm sorry. No, we're our PA music is costing us what, like 6 cents, David? Is that what it is?
Oh my gosh! Yeah, you're killing me with this.
I'm killing your revenue stream,
you
right?
You are. Holy cow, man! You just hear that? That's the sound of pennies flushing down the drain.
Ching, 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 ching.
You know, and the letters they send you are very polite but very direct. We're going to take all your revenue.
Really?
Yeah.
What, they have people sitting
Don't
around
worry,
listening to this stuff?
You're not in trouble, but we're taking all your money.
We're going to slap your hand, right?
Yeah, well, that's what they say. They're very clear. You're not in trouble. This does not count against your YouTube account whatsoever, but we're taking all your money.
Taking your money back. Uh-huh. All right. So leading things off here in the bottom half of the 5th is our new pitcher, number 11, Kobe Keeler.
I like that batting helmet. That's a good-looking batting helmet.
Yeah,
right
that is
there.
bright. Kind of a bubblegum blue color.
Reminds me of those. Remember the football helmets we had a few years ago?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
It did not look good as a football helmet.
No. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss, and Mr. Keeler goes down on strikes. So, Dave, yeah, I apologize if I cost us, like 20 cents. That's like 40% of our budget here on TurkPride.tv, right?
Man.
Our budget just took a serious hit.
Now I have to pass it on to our sponsors.
I know. We got to raise those rates, right? Raise the advertising rates next year. Fee increase.
Speaking of, advertising is cheap with TurkPride.tv.
It is. You, too, can be a title partner here on TurkPride.tv. We are always looking for your support. Do appreciate that. And we will mention you along with one such as Sky Valley, Sultan Turks Youth Basketball, and the Sultan Booster Club. Windmill Espresso. I think you know that place, don't you?
I heard of them.
Yeah, you spent $1 or $2 there, right, over the years?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. They have the Dave. They didn't even just make a drink after you.
I'm gonna suggest that.
The Mooner. Call it the
Not my car. Boy, everybody follows that ball when it goes over into the parking lot.
They can call it like the Moonshot or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
The Moonshot Espresso. Number 21, Alex Perigo, started as our catcher and made a circus catch as our center fielder in the last inning. Leading things off for the Turks. Ooh, outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here for the Turks, trailing 5-1 in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Oh, they thought they had it, but no. Ball outside. Somebody.
Wasn't mine.
And Mr. Perigo goes down. So quickly, 2 outs for the Turks
Now batting number 6, River King.
and the River Master.
Is that baseball up there?
Yeah, it's been there. Yeah, wedged in the screen right there. The Riv. And hits the first pitch, slaps it towards third base, and he's gonna, yeah.
fumbles.
The third baseman took a stab at it, rolled underneath his glove, kind of knocked it, slowed it down. The shortstop couldn't field it cleanly, and King is on safely with a single. So Lopez, number 22, which is was our starting pitcher tonight,
Number 22,
steps in.
Lopez.
Strike one. So runner at first for the Turks, 2 down. King is at first. Lopez at the plate, trying to string some hits together and carve into this lead here that the Falcons have established. That's ball. Low. It's a big dog.
No kidding.
Dog got a really deep bark. Ah. So again, just a beautiful, beautiful day. Absolutely gorgeous here at Sultan High School. Hope you've enjoyed the game just as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan athletics. Outside ball.
So cleanup day is this Saturday.
That's what I saw. I got the notice in the mail. My wife shared that with me. So do you have some junk you're going to bring down?
I don't, but my tech kids are there, and we take electronics.
Oh,
and
okay.
We clean recycle them. So my kids.
There you go. Runner goes down, not on a walk. So we have runners at first and second. So what? Yeah, what's that, Dave? So I know that myself personally, as you get old PCs, you have that concern about your private information. You donate it. What happens with the hard drive? Does somebody get a hold of it? Banking information or things like that. How do you deal with those situations?
So what we have is we have friends in high places,
Mhm.
and one of the entities that have donated to us in the past is the FBI,
Ah.
and they have this magic machine they gave us, and you put a hard drive in one end, and you push a button, and if you have any electronics on you, they're gone. If you have a credit card, they're gone. Stay about 10 feet away. You push the button, and it destroys the hard drive magnetically. There's no recovering the hard drive. There's no reformatting the hard drive and using it over again. It is completely destroyed at DoD standards.
Wow. And I personally saw you do that. Use that on some ones that I brought over for you. It is a cool deal.
It is.
And it's very
neat.
quick. It just takes a few seconds, and you have peace of mind knowing that your private information will not fall into unscrupulous hands. So.
Correct. And we do it on the spot. We bring that
Oh, you
with
bring that
us.
machine
Yep,
out?
and we do it on the spot to ensure these people that
That
they're
it
okay.
has been properly disposed of. Okay, hey, there we go.
There-
That's going to score
ho-ho!
one. Runner comes around. River King comes around and scores from second. So the Turks get a run. And runners at first and second.
We will, on occasion,
Jaden Boyd coming in.
when somebody brings us something usable that the
Mhm.
school district can use,
Mhm.
I'll ask them personally, can we, do you trust me? I'll promise I'll wipe this, and we'll use it in the school.
Uh-huh. Okay. So, yeah, opportunity, a lot of you probably have old laptops, old PCs that are just laying around that you don't know really what to do with. This is a great opportunity to properly get them recycled and disposed of.
Yep. And, a lot of times people will bring in old gaming systems or
Mm-hmm.
old tech, and, the kids just love that stuff.
Love that stuff.
Oh, my
And it's
gosh.
hit sharply,
Yep.
but it's straight away center field and an easy play. But the Turks score one. They now trail 5-2 as we head to the top of the 6th inning. I bet. So yeah, people bring old technology and then it ends up in your office, right?
Uh,
Plug in like the old Nintendos, old Segas, old
oh my, yes.
everything, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. Dave's got them all hooked up and all these TVs there playing video games.
Connor, he got an old dot matrix printer, and his goal was to put a camera on it and then link it to a hashtag. So every time you tweet, you go to a web page and you could tweet a hashtag, and you would see the dot matrix printer print out your tweet on the camera. That's Connor's thinking for you.
That's Connor's thinking for you. Was it an Oki data?
Yeah.
An
He's
Oki.
jazzed about it. He was super jazzed about it. Never finished it though.
Yeah, Oki data was like the printer back in its day, boy.
I remember my VIC-20 had a printer in my VIC-20, and you had draft, which went over at one time, and then when you set it on fine print, it just went over it twice.
Yeah, really slow, or really slow with the sitting in just. Yeah, those are the days. All right, so we go to the top of the 6th inning. Turks running short on time. They carved into it, chipping away just one in this last inning, but they're trailing by 3 here as we go to the top of the 6th inning. All right, we are back. Stepping in, leading things off for the Falcons is going to be number 2, Luke Rookstall. And hit sharply. First pitch just over the outstretched hand of the third baseman into left field for a single to lead things off for the Falcons. And number 7, Brown, steps in. Squares the bunt. Oh, he lays down a nice bunt. Keeler comes up, fielding it.
Oh, no.
No, it gets past the first baseman. I think he got his foot stepped on. King was recovering here at first base. And I think he kind of got his foot stepped on slightly because he's limping just a little bit as he retreats. But the sum total is we're going to have runners at the corners first and third. No outs for the Falcons here in the top of the 6th. High, ball 1.
Is that your job now?
Yes. It is her job now.
We'll get you a bigger tape.
Keeler, just missed inside. Thought he would have had that one. But 2 balls, no strikes, no outs. Runners at the corners for Keeler, so he's got himself in a tough spot here. Let's see how the youngster handles himself and if he can get out of this jam. Really looking for a double play ball right here. Runner goes. And cut off short. Want to make sure that runner from third doesn't get too excited and head towards home. Strike on that outside corner. Good looking pitch there. And lifted high, right field, very playable, catches it, tag made, runner comes from third, play at the plate, they got him. Yes, nice play. Nice throw, nice play. Wow, beautiful throw by the right fielder Hamilton, and makes the play at the plate for the out. So he saves a run, and the sum total is we got 1 out now with the runner just sitting at third. So great throw from the right fielder Hamilton. Inside. Nice stop by the catcher. And we have that runner still sitting there at third base. So Keeler's now with 2 outs, but he's still got his work ahead of him. High ball. Strike. Strike. All right, so Keeler's 1 strike away from getting out of this inning. Ball. Count is full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Turks trailing 5-2. Falcons with a runner at third. And slapped straight away, and that will score a run. Clean single there for the Falcons. Six two. Swing and fouled right over the back of us here. So Dave, that's what I was thinking. What we could do is we have TurkPride.tv. We could do like TurkPride.tv 2. Like the deuce. We could call it the deuce. And we could have like extreme sports like high alive, frisbee golf, things like that.
They play chess every lunch, right?
Perfect.
Mickey, what else do they do at the high school? That's extreme. Checkers?
Checkers.
Kickball.
Kickball. Competitive kickball. There you go.
I think we should have a dodgeball tournament.
I think we should.
Wouldn't that be great? That'd be so much fun.
We could call.
Oh, the game they made up. They've had those on Saturday before.
Pass ball. Runner makes his way from first to second. Yeah, we'll call it the deuce.
The deuce.
The deuce. TurkPride.tv 2, the deuce.
TPTV2.
Dedicated.
Number 2. TPT2. TP.
Yeah, so we could, and it would be only extreme sports. Fringe extreme sports is what we're looking for.
You like baseball? Too bad.
Too bad. That's right. We're doing competitive backgammon tonight on Turk Pride 2, the deuce. Runner still at second. 2 outs here for the Falcons in the top half of the 6th inning. Keeler working hard out there, trying to get himself out of this.
Ooh. Ricocheted right off his mask. See, I'd be like, I'm out. I'm done.
I'm done. I'm not having fun anymore, right?
Into his what? Oh.
Ouch. That sounds painful. Foul ball in your eye.
Oh, wow.
Inside. Almost hit him. Just on that inside elbow. 2-2. 2 outs. Check swing. Count is full. 3-2. 2 outs. Runner at second in scoring position for the Falcons. So Keeler really needs to get this batter right here. He doesn't want to put somebody on base. Do not want to walk and want to get him right now and get into the dugout. Foul, but yeah, out of play. Just
barely.
Just by about 2 feet, maybe out of play. Made a valiant effort from third baseman, but just ran out of real estate there. Dave, I think maybe we start streaming the school board meetings too. What do you think?
Cool.
Play by play. I think it's good. We could put that on the deuce.
That would go well on the
Turk
deuce.
Pride TV 2, the deuce. For all the obscure sports and activities. Bringing you everything you never knew you would enjoy, right?
You know, the middle school just set up a game room on the stage as a reward.
Yeah.
And they have air hockey and foosball and pool.
I think these are all great candidates.
Yeah, we could just mount cameras and
just let it run all the time, like C-SPAN, where it's just on all the time.
You don't need talent for that.
No, just let the camera run. So the umpire called time. Otherwise, we could have had a balk on that particular.
I don't know what a balk is.
Well, it's kind of hard to explain. I'm not sure I completely understand it either, but the pitcher has to make a move. Lifted to center field. Oh, it's going to drop in. Runner's going to turn and score. Nope. They're going to hold him. Nice throw from center field, but the runner goes around second. A balk has to be when you're out there on the rubber, the pitcher has to remove his foot from the rubber to throw to someplace other than home plate. And so if he does that without lifting his foot, then that's what's considered a balk, kind of in layman's terms.
I think I heard that. The foot's got to be, or the ball's in your hand, the foot's got to be on the rubber.
Correct.
Right?
Your foot has to be touching the rubber. And to make a throw to another plate, you've got to lift your foot off and then throw in the other direction. All right, so 2 outs, runners at second and third. And here's a young man that did some damage last time he was up for the Falcons. Outside ball. So Dave, we've got a whole lineup things going for the deuce, I think. We got it all.
I think we can make it interesting.
We could.
Yeah. We need a whirly ball.
Whirly ball. There we go. Pickleball. Ping pong.
Ping pong.
There we
right?
go, man. We could get all this.
Forrest Gump that action.
Good stuff, man. Tiddlywinks.
But there's always that one kid that's really good at ping pong that nobody wants to play. Exactly. It ruins it for everybody else.
Swing and a miss. Nice pitch by Keeler.
8 tables in junior high. So at
Wow.
lunch, it was just ping pongs everywhere. If I remember right, I think our alternative or our little gym had ping pong
Ping
table
pong?
set up.
Keeler looks his sign, comes to the plate, and hit. Foul. Still in play, but foul. Nice hustle by Hamilton, the right fielder, but just couldn't get there. One ball, two strikes. Is that what I'm hearing? Yeah. Hey, thank you, Mickey. Mickey saved us from
Mickey
the
saved us
spider,
from the big bad spider.
the big bad spider here in the palatial studios, on TurkPride.tv. Strike three. All right, so Keeler retires the side, and we go to the bottom of the sixth with the Turks trailing 6-2. So I think what we could do is we could have the listeners send their ideas for extreme sports on the Deuce. We come up with a whole list of things.
Oh, what's that game at the elementary school where they have the squares and Foursquare?
Foursquare.
Yeah, Foursquare.
Foursquare.
You know, you could get some great angles on that Foursquare.
Tetherball.
Tetherball.
Tetherball. There we go. When I was in grade school, we used to play tetherball all the time at recess.
For us, it was chicken. Climb on each other's shoulders and run into each other and bust out teeth and make kids cry.
We used to call them camel fights, I think is what we used to call them.
Chicken fights.
Or chicken.
That's what we call them, chicken fights.
All right, so the Turks have two more at bats here. Bottom of six, bottom of seven. In a game that has all likelihood this is going to go the distance here, as we only got a 4-run differential. Again, 10-run rule is obviously in effect, but we're not close to that yet. So we're hopeful we're going to get a full game in today. Turks two more opportunities to see if they can get back in this one in a really important game for them. All these games this week are extremely important as they're playing the teams that are in the single A classification in the Cascade Conference. These are the teams that you have to beat. If you have to have losses, you want them to come against the double A teams and those victories to be piled up against your single A opponents, because the top three of four, get to move on. Number 4 stays home. All right.
Now batting number 24, Timmy Lewis.
Timmy Lewis, the first baseman, number 24, leading things off for the Turks here in the bottom half of the sixth. All right. Well, Dave, thanks for stopping by. Oh, he'll be back. Diamond Dave Moon will be returning. We'll see you later, big guy. Lewis looks at a ball. So a game that was moving very rapidly early on. Definitely the pace has slowed down. We're just getting close. We're about an hour and 50 minutes here into this game, and now in the bottom half of the sixth. And a little pop fly and fielded easily by the third baseman for out number 1.
Now batting number 27, Jack Hamilton.
Number 27, Jack Hamilton's going to step in. Hamilton had a fantastic throw from right field for a put out at home plate last inning and has an RBI already this afternoon. Ball 1. high. Ball 2. Hamilton hits a chopper. Third baseman, he bobbles it, and he's going to be on. So Hamilton gets his second hit of the game.
Number 18, Jack Rolfe.
And another Jack. Jack Rolfe, number 18, steps in next for the Turks. Outside, ball 1. Hamilton at first, getting a good lead. Hamilton's back safely. Hamilton definitely like to get moved over into scoring position at second base, but obviously we don't want to take an opportunity to give up because the outs are very precious right now. Turks down to 5 outs left here in this game. That's a strike. So number 11, Ethan Petty, going the distance thus far for the Falcons. Has had good command of his pitches, not extremely overpowering, but has done a good job keeping his team and maintaining that lead. Now 6-2. Turks on the short end of the score here versus the visiting Falcons from South Whidbey High School. And a little reached out and just kind of a tapper. And that is going to move Hamilton over from first to second, but he is out at first. So now we got 2 down with runner in scoring position, and it's going to be the pitcher number 11, Kobe Keeler.
Now batting number 11, Colby Keeler.
Ball 1 to Keeler. Ooh, inside. Just barely gets away from that one. Almost got him on the shoe tops there. Ball 2. Strike on the outside corner. Umpire has been consistently calling that outside corner all game long, whether it be the righties or the lefties. Definitely expanding that strike zone. Got to be a hitter up there. That's low ball. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Hamilton stands at second for the Turks. Keeler at the plate. And Keeler would very much like an opportunity to drive in a run here and help himself out. Big cut fouled down the third base line and out of play. Hamilton makes his way back. He got all the way to third, and foul ball. He's got to go back. So they're trying to be aggressive out there. The Turks realize time is not on their side. And a nice hit by Keeler. Punches it into left field. Hamilton will hold at third, so we've got runners at the corners, first and third, still 2 outs for the Turks. And bringing up number 21, the center fielder, Alex Perigo. And we've got a timeout. I think we're going to switch things around a little bit here, and we're going to have a pitching change, looks like. All right, we are going to have a pitching change. That's right. All right, we are going to have a pitching change here for the Falcons. And we'll see who we got here. Number 17, the big right-hander, which is Betchler. Brent Betchler, number 17, is going to be the, a left-hander. I'm sorry, my mistake. Left-hander Betchler is going to be coming in for the Falcons. So we'll give him an opportunity to warm up. Mentioned a few of our fine sponsors here on TurkPride.tv. Sky Valley Inc. They are a title partner providing TurkPride.tv crew with great polo shirts. Need custom screen printing or vinyl banners or lettering? Reach out to Carrie Fulcher at skyvalleyinc@gmail.com. SYB, Sultan Turks Youth Basketball. Big thanks to SYB. Without the support, we have never gotten our brand new scoreboard in the gymnasium. We appreciate their financial contribution to help and cover the costs of this project. And Sultan High School Booster Club, as always, also donated to the scoreboard project. Booster Club is always there to help out our club sports and anything school when called upon. They even provide the meal to our streaming producers every game. Thank you, Booster Club. And Betchler's finishing up his warm toss. Well, look who sauntered back into the booth. The man, the myth, the legend, Diamond Dave Moon.
So what I miss?
6'2", nothing too awful much.
Still bottom of the...
It is bottom of the 6th. Turks are threatening. Corners, first and third, 2 outs. So the Turks are threatening, but haven't pushed one across yet. Perigo's at the plate for the Turks. And a chopper. Oh, cut by the pitcher, and he's going to make the soft toss over to first for out number 3. So the Turks threaten but do not score. We're going to go to the top half of the 7th inning with the Turks trailing 6-2. That was quick, David. I wasn't expecting to see you back that fast.
I agree.
It's that new golf cart we got for you, right?
I wish.
I think you and I both need our exercise, David. We don't need to be riding in carts. We need to be keeping walking and moving around. Man.
No, getting in and out of a cart.
Oh, it's tough. Yeah. I mean, when you go to the drive-thru, when you got to reach in and get your drink,
See,
for the barista. I mean, that stuff's all burning a lot of calories there, man. Especially when they give you the Danish, and you got to reach and get the Danish along
and
with
ice
the
drinks are heavier than
the ice is very
hot
heavy.
drinks,
You're working the biceps and pick up that ice drink. At Windmill Espresso, a title sponsor here on Pride.tv, right?
You just go slow.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're down to our last set of outs here. We're going to make it to the 7th inning. Keeler's on the mound for the Turks, so hopefully we'll go 1, 2, 3 and see what happens here in the bottom half of the 7th. The Rolling Stones, when this song came out in like 1981 or 82, remember the Stones, they were playing at the Kingdom. And that was going to be their farewell tour. Then like their farewell tour.
Oh, my.
The Stones was last tour we're going to have in 1982.
Oh, my.
Here, like 30 years later, they're still touring.
The goodbye tour.
It's the farewell tour, 1982. All right, we are on to the top of the 7th, leading off number 11 for the Falcons. Ethan Petty was the starting pitcher. He has now since been replaced by Brent Betchler, who will finish things up for the Falcons here in the bottom half of the 7th. Outside ball. 2 balls, no strikes. And shadows are getting long out there. Got some dark spots in that third base line here. Inside and high. Just past the 2-hour mark here in our game this afternoon. Outside, ball 3, or excuse me, ball 4. So Keeler kind of struggling to find his control out there. Walks the leadoff batter. So number 42 coming in for number 12, and that's Middlebrook, Cam Middlebrook for the Falcons. Big kid. So if people are interested in advertising on turkbride.tv, Dave, do they just reach out to you, or how do they get set up for that?
Well, that's the easiest thing. Reach out to me.
Okay.
Or call the high school, and they'll get you in touch with me. That's probably the easiest.
So looking towards fall season at this point, as far as, and hit sharply to the shortstop, over to second for 1, over to first.
Oh,
almost a double play, but just gets past Tim Lewis's. No thought. Yeah, I'm like, no, we got him. He's there. So, but they did get the leadoff runner at second base. So we got 1 out now in the top of the 7th with a runner at first. So right now, ads would be for fall.
Correct.
At this point,
and this is the time where we start reaching out to our current sponsors and
new folks. We're always interested in new sponsors and advertisers here on turkbride.tv. Gives you a wide audience to reach out to.
And we'll give you some cool stuff too. I mean, we'll get you a good little commercial.
Foul.
Nice little video for you.
Very nice.
If you
videos.
like it, you know, some don't want it, some do.
Yep, got some very nice creative work that you're doing as far as the video advertisements, and we'd be happy. The Tech Club would be happy to put something like that together for you to be an advertiser here on turkbride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. Keeler over to first base, sliding back safely. I think we should have played 2 games today, Dave.
I agree.
We should have taken advantage of this weather today, because I think I don't think it's going to get much better than this.
Oh,
Just off Keeler's
bounced.
glove. He lost track of it there. And now there's runners at first and second with 1 out for the Falcons. Outside ball 1.
Yeah, I usually roll into work about 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
You know, sleep in until about 7:42. This morning I had to get up early at 5:30 to go into Seattle for a doctor's appointment for Jen.
Uh-huh.
I'm a little tired.
Jeez.
This weather's making me a little sleepy.
And fielded by the shortstop. Oh, quick throw back over to second, but he gets past him. So the runner at second is going to advance to third. The runner at first is going to hold. And on a throwing error. So you're a little, been a long day, huh?
It's, I don't know how you early risers do it. I'm beat.
Well, I'm not the earliest riser. I usually get about 6.
You get up at 4:30, Mickey?
Oh, goodness.
Oh, my.
That's way too early. I usually get up at 6. So.
Vicky, what time are you going to bed? 9?
No, so earlier. I can't get to bed before about 10:30.
Yeah, that's about me. 10:30, 11.
First and third.
You making breakfast too?
2 outs for the Turks. Just need one more
He
to
is
get out of this
spoiled.
inning. And lifted straight away.
Yes.
Perigo. Nice. Second nice defensive catch out there at center field. So we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. The Turks trailing 6-2.
Final countdown?
You betcha.
Is that what I'm hearing?
That's what we got to have, man. It is the final countdown. It's 7th inning. Bottom of 7.
So when our new press box arrives, we're going to hook that up with sound, right?
Yeah. There we go. Okay.
Smile and nod. Grab your pen like you're going to write it down.
Yeah, that's gotcha. I think the reason he's telling us that is he's thinking we're probably keeping the actual scorebook up here, which they keep in the dugout, actually. So.
Well, if we had our extra windows, we'd have place for them to do the scorebook.
Yeah, they could do it up here. Yes, they could. But our new booth will have all that stuff. Lots of windows.
Lots and lots of windows.
Lots of glass, man. We got windows everywhere.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 windows.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a lot of glass.
It is.
It's kind of giving that some thought just now.
Yeah, there's a lot of glass. Now, is there a heat source in this, David? Have we thought about a heat source?
No heat, no air.
No.
But I have given it some thought. I was thinking, we should buy one of those little portable air conditioners at Goodwill or something. They put off heat too, right?
Or one of those little propane heaters or something. Yeah, football season, late in the season, might get a little chilly.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
You get into November, get a little chilly.
You're gonna have beautiful. It's on the 40. It's not on the 50.
Oh, jeez.
But you're gonna have a beautiful view.
It is. It's gonna be really cool. Second story too. Moving on up.
Maybe we can get a third one added on.
All right, River King, second baseman, going to lead things off here for the Turks in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Swing and a miss. Took a big cut at it. And Turks trailing 6-2. Again, this game, big game for the Turks. Should they come up short here? Really important games, these games against South Whidbey, because we have 2 slots available for playoffs. I know it's early to talk about playoffs, but this week is when they're going to play the vast majority of the games against the other single A opponents. Is this week. They'll finish up the season against a lot of the double A opponents. So 2 of the 3 teams, Kings, Sultan, and South Whidbey, 2 teams will move on to the playoffs. 1 will stay home. Ooh. So when you're playing these teams, very important to win these head-to-head matchups against the 2 other teams.
Where do playoffs happen at? At schools?
Yeah, well, it got set down to postseason have qualified. Joe Martin Stadium. And out 1. Joe Martin Stadium, that's in Spokane, isn't it, I believe?
Oh.
I believe it's in Spokane. Yeah, well, Joe Martin Stadium. Yeah. Maybe it's Joe Albee Stadium I'm thinking of as in Spokane. I'm not certain.
Last time I went to Spokane, I popped into the Al Robinson Memorial Baseball Field.
Did you?
Took a picture of it and sent it to him. It was after his dad.
Ah, very cool. Now batting number 22, Elias Lopez, was our starting pitcher today. Looked very sharp early on, and then a little later seemed to kind of tire as the game went on, and was replaced by Kobe Keeler. He hit a little short dribbler over to first base. First baseman's going to make that unassisted for out number 2. So we're down to our last ups. Last out.
No pressure.
No pressure.
Number 2, Eric Turner.
Eric Turner back in. Turner scored a run earlier on for the Turks.
Giving some player of the game thought?
Yeah, I have actually. I've been kind of thinking about that. I think I have somebody in mind. I think my vote for TurkPride.tv player of the game is going to be Jack Hamilton, actually. Mr. Hamilton had an RBI, drove in a run, and had an excellent throw from right field for a putout at the plate. So I think he would be my vote today for TurkPride.tv player of the game. I don't believe Mr. Hamilton has ever won before either, so that's kind of nice. I'll make sure that we have there he is, Jack Hamilton. So we will have, at the conclusion of this game, we'll have our PA announcer, Mickey Miller. We'll call up Mr. Hamilton, and we'll chat with him for a moment here on TurkPride.tv and give him his Windmill Espresso Player of the Game coupon for a drink of his choice at the Windmill Espresso, along with a certificate commemorating his accomplishments today. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here for Turner. Oh, sky high pop up, but playable.
Miss it.
And that will do it. So the Turks come up on the short end of the stick, 6-2 against the South Whidbey Falcons here at Sultan High School. So they'll shake hands, and we'll see if we can endeavor to get Mr. Hamilton up here to say hi to us before we end our day today.
Jack Hamilton, could you please come up to the press box?
What number's Jack?
27. 27 is Mr. Hamilton. All right. Thank you, Mickey. Yeah, hopefully.
See you, Mickey.
Hamilton. Talking to his folks or something. Test. Yeah. All right, we're endeavoring to get Jack Hamilton up here, our TurkPride.tv player of the game. And as they rake the field and get it back in shape for what will be a busy week. Again, a reminder, the game tomorrow, which was supposed to be at Sultan High School against Kings, has been postponed / moved to Shorewood High School for
Second door.
Shorewood High School for which is the Kings' home field. They're going to play that game there. And but Turks will be the home team, even though they'll be away. All right, there I hear Jack. All right, he's getting ready to get the headphones on there. All right, Jack, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Jack, congratulations. You're our TurkPride.tv player of the game today, Windmill Espresso player of the game. So, two things that stood out in my mind. Number one, you had an RBI, you drove in Eric Turner and got won the first run of the game, and then just one heck of a throw there from right field, man.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Boy, I tell you, it was just, I saw him coming out, I thought, hey, he's not going to get him, and boy, you did.
I was like, please, just run on me. Just run on me so I can let me get my first nail out this year.
You got a gun out there, man. That was, he looked like Jay Buhner from the old Mariners out there throwing him in from right field. But, no, excellent defensive play. And like I said, the hit that you got to drive Turner, it wasn't the prettiest one. You got it out there, but you made contact and you got it out there.
0 for 2. I got to get anything on bag.
And then you got another hit a little later in the game, too. Yeah. So 2 hits today and a great play out in the field. So
I'm just trying my best out here. Just trying to do what I can.
There you go. So you guys got a busy week. I know with the it's going to be, weather is going to play a role, but you guys got some really important games when you're playing South Whidbey and you're playing Kings. These are teams you guys really need to beat. So that was a tough loss today.
Yeah, it's insane. This week got 4 games. Our first 4. Tomorrow we got sweep Kings. Thursday, Friday we got Kings Whidbey again.
Right.
We got to win all of those.
Yeah, I know you've beaten Kings once already this season, first time playing against Whidbey, but those are the teams, 2 of you are going to make it, 1 of you won't between those 3 teams, so we want the Turks to be one of those 2 teams that make it to the playoffs. So.
Yeah, we made it last year. I have full confidence we can make it this year.
We do too.
Kings we already beat once. We can totally do it against
them. There we go.
Again.
Got 2 more against them, so let's put those 2 to bed, and then you get a chance at these same Falcons at the end of the week. So.
You know what? These guys, we can do it. We can totally do it against them.
You can. So.
We're in this game the entire time. Just give up a little stuff.
Yep,
work on some
just
stuff,
little timely hitting and things like that. You had some opportunities where you guys stranded some men on base there at the end. I very easily could have seen you guys making it happen today. So
easily.
All right, but Jack, congratulations.
Thanks,
our TurkPride.tv Windmill Espresso player of the game, Jack Hamilton.
Thank you.
All right, that's all we got for you tonight. We will be back at this point.
Congratulations, man.
Thanks, Jack. At this point, scheduled for Friday here again, Friday the 13th, against the same South Whidbey Falcons. So we will see you then, weather permitting, here on TurkPride.tv, your home for all things Sultan Athletics. For myself, Dan Ballard, my co-host, Diamond Dave Moon, producer extraordinaire, we say good.